Welcome to We're Engaged, the first for this series. My name is Talia, and today we'll be speaking to Tashauna and Gavin. Hi guys, welcome.
Hi.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Tell us, how did this happen? How did you guys get engaged?
I think you should tell the story.
So how we got engaged, we were together for 9 years, well, going on to 9 years.
Yeah.
We met in high school. I was in upper six, she was in fourth form at Campion. After being together for a couple months before I migrated to America,
Okay.
we did the whole long distance thing. Long story short, she was approaching graduating law school, and I decided that it was time to pop the question.
Oh.
We did a trip to Washington, D.C. We planned the trip to Washington, D.C., but the original engagement was supposed to be in New York, in Manhattan.
So you had this all planned out,
I
like
did all planned out. To a
really
T.
just said, listen, from DC to New York.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted something special. She likes to travel, so I decided that, all right, let's just do it somewhere that we can have that spot as a memory for the future. The original plan never really went the way that I wanted it to
Really?
go. No.
Tell us why.
I was tired. I just flew in that day, so I was like, I just want to see a bed. So I was not interested in going anywhere. He wanted to go to dinner. I was like, okay, fine, I'm hungry, but after that, let's just go.
Right, and he was just insisting.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, I mean, I had a reservation set up at a nice Italian restaurant in Manhattan by Dumbo, downtown Brooklyn, and the mood was right.
It was just perfect in your
The
head.
scene was perfect. Everything was going good. Everybody, my friends knew about it. They were texting me throughout the night. Did you do it yet? And then, she was just too tired, and then she was grumpy. So I decided to scrap it.
Okay.
So I had this ring bulging in my pocket. I had to hid it from her. I had to hide it from her. And then we decided to actually make it down to DC. When we made it down to DC, we had a nice dinner. The conversation was flowing. So I decided that, all right, let me go and pop the question now.
It was time. So you planned the whole dinner, everything. You'd made the reservation again in DC.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about that night.
So on that night, what happened was it was another Italian restaurant. But
You guys seem to like Italian.
Italian is the safest bet. It's the safest bet. So what happened is that we went to the restaurant, conversation flowing, but the rain started to fall. I wanted to do it on the outside. Rain started to fall. So what I did was we decided to order dessert. She doesn't like sweets or desserts, so she said, all right, let's try it. So
I just wanted ice cream.
So I got up, went to the waiter, and I asked him, I said, look, I'm looking to propose to my girlfriend. So is there anything that you can do to make it a little bit more special?
Yeah.
So he said, don't worry about it. I'll take
got
care of
you.
it. Yeah. So I went back, sat down with her. She was like, what's going on with the waiter? Why they taking so long with the bill, with the dessert? And we're just having conversation, and he walked over to us. He had it on the plate, had the dessert, and then said, will you marry me around it in syrup, in strawberry syrup?
Oh.
And we were
Guys,
talking.
I got goosebumps.
We were talking, and then he places it in front of her, and she decides that she will start dip into it. And then she saw the reading, she saw the writing, and then she, tears start flowing. She said, "Are you serious?"
There were no tears.
There were no tears.
There were tears. She looked down, and by the time she looked up, I had the ring box open.
What?
And she said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Yes." And we got champagne, and we celebrated, and
It was a good night.
yeah, we FaceTime her mom from Jamaica, and she was there. We have pictures showing her mom on the FaceTime, and she crying. I'm happy, so it was a good night.
It was really. Did you ever feel like she would say no?
No.
He
no
told me
chance.
you'd send me back on a plane if I
would.
did.
Really?
Yes.
I would. I would. If she said no, she was going straight to the airport.
Straight.
Straight to
No
the airport.
questions about it. No
questions
two
about it.
ways.
Nope.
I mean, but what was going through your mind when you read that, will you marry me?
I actually couldn't process it. I had to look down about 3 times to see if it was for real. And I was like, are you serious? Because I had to convince myself that this was really happening. So when I looked up and he was like, so will you? I was like, of course. Of course.
Oh, you're not one of those who just said, And you know, nothing comes out. You actually answered.
Yeah.
Actually answered. Tell me, you said you met her when you were in upper six and she was in fourth form.
Correct.
Did you ever at that point in time say this young lady is going to be my wife one day?
Well, about 3 weeks after talking to her, I
3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks. I say, 'cause I kind of believed in that whole high school sweetheart thing, and we were similar enough, but we're totally different people, I find her weird, but I like it, and it's charming, but I made up my mind. I said, look, if she's gonna stick with me while I'm leaving, migrating, then, if we can make it work, then she's definitely the one. And she stuck it. She stuck through.
She stuck through. Tashauna, did you ever feel like he would be your husband one day? It ever crossed your mind before he proposed?
Well, I was hoping it would happen one day, but for me, it wasn't like. I guess because to me, our relationship was already at that level. It wouldn't matter if he proposed now or 10 years down the line. We're like so close.
That's not true.
Of course it
You're
is.
putting a timeline on it.
No, I wasn't. I was just wondering why you carry me to so many people's weddings. I'm like, we went to like 3 weddings a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because all his friends are getting married.
Okay, so maybe he was giving you some ideas to say maybe you like this color, maybe you like this dress, maybe you like this venue. Maybe.
Well, I mean, it helped. Going to all those weddings helped in our own planning, Now we actually know what to do and what not to do based on our experiences.
Okay.
And we shared the time together, so that helped.
As you mentioned, wedding planning, how is that going so far?
It's going good. We tried to do it by ourselves. To start, we got as far as getting a venue. After that, we realized it was just too much.
It was a lot.
It's the minor details that go into it that became overwhelming, and we, decided to take on Helen G. Use Helen G events to actually assist us, and it's been great so far. It's Helen is on top of things, so it makes our life easier.
So as you guys mentioned, wedding planning and the entire process, how is that going?
Well, it's been going good so far, Helen's taking care of everything. But for me, I've kind of put it on the back burner. I'm not really that bridezilla well into the wedding planning. I like to feed off momentum. So if we do something, I'm all excited, but as soon as it's done, I'm like, okay, next thing.
That's it. What's next?
Yeah.
But I know many times, the bride is more involved than the groom. How involved is Gavin
I think
in the
he's
wedding?
more involved than I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's always like, come on, Tash, we need to sit down and plan this thing. And I'm like, okay, where's mommy? All right, you guys talk, I'll listen. That's how I am.
Well, you see, I just want a good wedding. To me, it's a celebration. And that's what I want it to be from start to finish. I don't want to stress about it leading up to the day. I don't want to stress on the day. Just want to put everything in place so that when the day comes, we do the ceremony stuff, get that out of the way, and just party. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You mentioned the wedding day. Tell me, what's your ideal wedding day?
Where Murphy's Law doesn't affect us at all. Everything just runs smoothly from start to finish, and everybody has a good time. And I just want people to come and they're like, wow, this is really a good show. And that's really what I want. I just want to have a good time and ensure that he has a good time. Everybody is together and just no problems, just cool runnings the whole day.
And Gavin, for you?
For me, I think something will go wrong. A minor thing.
Which is only natural, probably.
Yeah, I've been in enough weddings to say that something has to go wrong. It wouldn't be a wedding unless something does, but the important thing is just to have fun with it, Make sure that the bridal party is there on time, well, as close to on time as possible. Your friends and family that you want to be there are there. And, you just go with the flow and just enjoy the moment, That's all I'm looking forward to, enjoying the moment, that's it.
All right, and who you think is going to probably cry on the wedding day?
Him.
He's going to cry?
Yeah, so she's definitely going to be the one crying.
Why?
Because I was the one that asked you to marry me, so I already made
so
up my
I
mind.
cried already. Seriously.
All right, we'll see. We can make a bet on it, so...
I think we have a bet. So you saying he's going to cry, And he's saying you're gonna cry.
I'll make the bed. She'll be the one crying.
Oh.
Okay. We'll
Maybe
see.
you'll both be crying.
Probably at some point. Maybe when they're toasting. Maybe.
Okay, guys. And what are you most looking forward to after the wedding? The
party.
wedding reception done. It's over. You know, the ceremony is over. The reception went well. You guys partied. What are you most looking forward to
Oh.
after the wedding day?
Well, I mean, immediately after the honeymoon, we're still trying to dekink what exactly we're going to do.
Yeah.
Whether we end up going to Europe or plan something else. So that's what I'm looking forward to, the post-wedding day. But then in terms of life together, just seeing what it's really like to be seen as one in the eyes of the law. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Stewart. And then
Granum Stewart.
yeah, well, we'll fix that. So, you know, just that next stage in our relationship, you know, at the wedding we mark 10 years of us actually knowing each other and being together. So
Wow.
it's
really
the end of a
monumental.
decade, starting a new one, and then we just see where life takes us from there on, you know. All the challenges, the ups and downs that marriage has, and then, you know, just that, starting a family eventually, you know. Yeah.
Tashauna, for you?
I totally agree with him.
Everything. Like
Yeah.
he said it all.
That's a good start, you know.
Tashauna Gavin, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again.
Thank you for
And
having
thank you for
us.
having us.
I'm sure you're looking forward to the big day.
We are.
I hope I
Most
get to see
definitely.
some pictures.
There will be.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time on We're Engaged.